Hello everyone, my name is Trevor, and welcome to another episode of Comic Media Reviews here on Unknown Comic Stories. This video will contain spoilers for not only Peacemaker Season 2, but also Season 1, and everything that we have seen in the DCU so far. So you have been warned, and without any further ado, let's get into the things that I didn't like, and then we'll get into the things that I do like, as well as my complete review. If you want my review without the spoilers, my out of 10 honest review without any spoilers is a solid 10 out of 10. I really think that this is incredible and probably the best thing that has come out of the DCU so far. It is a little bit better than Superman, I will be honest, but you'll have to watch the full video if you want to know why and all the other information. But let's first get into the things I didn't like. So what didn't I like about this show? Well, here's the main thing. The episodes were too short. I think something that this particular season struggled with was making the episodes in the middle between 1 and 8 shorter, and then making episode 1 and 8 the longest ones. I don't think that works well. I think that the better idea would have been to make all of them close to an hour, so that way we could have more of the story in each one. Because it felt short in certain episodes, and I felt like we could have gotten more story in each of them. So that was mainly the only gripe that I had with the show. Unlike other people who believe that the final episode was poorly made or bad, the only reason that I think it wasn't as good as the other ones was because it kind of felt rushed. And the only reason that it felt rushed was because the other episodes were also a little bit rushed. And so things throughout the whole season felt rushed, but the story and everything else was still good. And speaking of good things, let's get into the other good things that I liked about this particular season, as well as what this season could mean for the rest of the DCU. Now, first off, what does this season mean for the rest of the DCU? Well, lots of things. You see, Lex Luthor is probably gonna get out of jail, with how Rick Flag is able to talk with him and basically become a pen pal with him. It seems like there's a possibility that Lex Luthor will find a way out, which is going to be quite interesting and also lead into Man of Tomorrow, which is the second Superman movie. Also, the other important thing with this is that Peacemaker is now trapped on this new dimension where there is nothing but rich natural resources. Or at least, we hope there's nothing, because there does seem to be some monstrous sounds. So there's possibility that something might be wrong for Peacemaker, though we won't find out in a third season. We most likely will find out in other shows or movies, in possibly including a show maybe called Checkmate, since there is a new team called Checkmate that they have been able to create. The 11th Street Kids made Checkmate, which in the DC comics is very different than what it is become in the show. In the show, it seems to be a more positive outlook on the Checkmate in the comics, which is more of a darker thing that was created by Amanda Waller, so it's good that we're actually having a decent Checkmate run by Adebayo. Speaking of Adebayo and the other characters, the character development in this show is so good. That is one of my favorite things in any James Gunn project. All characters are three-dimensional, And even if they are just two-dimensional characters, you can really see through those characters and understand why they were made to be two-dimensional. You have the eagle killer, who makes sense to be two-dimensional because he's literally just a guy who kills eagles. But it's completely understandable and also builds up more story on top of the idea that Eagly is a massively powerful eagle. The show is great. I understand that people don't like when James Gunn tends to add a bunch of music into his shows, but I truly love it. I think it's amazing. I think the music he chooses is great. And yes, the last episode did have a bit more music than I would have liked, but overall I thought that it was incredible, the choices that he made. The intro was great. Using Earth X is incredible. I do think that we will see more of Earth X, probably characters like Earth X's Superman and other evil versions of the Justice League characters as well. We don't know what else we're going to see yet, but I really do think it will be the best that it could be with James Gunn at the head of all of this. He is doing a great job. Overall, like I said, 10 out of 10. My favorite character of that crew is still Vigilante, though a close second is probably John Economos. Until next time, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a subscribe, a like, whatever you can do to make our channel grow. This has been Comic Media Reviews. Goodbye!